Hey, hopefully this is going to be like my last rant video. Um, it's going to be a bit of a conclusion to something that has been brewing in my head and just upsets me so much. And it's when I got fired from Ballantynes. I landed the position of 2ic Estee Lauder, my dream job. I flew to Auckland, I did the training, everything. I just absolutely loved it. I have heaps of stars from working at Ballantyne, lots of receipts. This customer spent $757. This one spent $698. 900. I've kept them all. And all I've got to show for it, for all that hard work, is a statement of employment. That's it. I'd never once had a warning. I'd never been disciplined. Nothing like that. I was just fired. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read the statement of facts from beginning to end. Then I will explain what really happened. And at the same time, I'm going to straighten my hair. I look like crap. I have to do this video because I have to clear the air. I'm sick of hearing the rumours that I assaulted Mike Jameson, who was team leader. It was his first day as team leader. Yeah, and he didn't like me from the very beginning. He was working for YSL when I first started in fragrance. He was very well dressed, very well kept. But he was so rude. He never once said hello, he didn't smile, he'd strut past you. He'd only ever speak to you if you had to speak to him. Yeah, we just never got on. But I respected him and I was very professional. And yeah. So, statement of facts. Royden Lake suspended at 11:30 a.m. Friday 16th November 2012. Serious misconduct, aggressive and abusive behaviour to colleagues, in particular Mike Jameson, on the shop floor. Friday morning, phone ringing at Chanel, and Royden shouted across for someone to hurry up and answer the phone. June Dixon, Jill O'Brien, Anita Tang, Marisa Batrick and Elsa Hewitt were all upset at the way Royden shouted at them. Mike explained to Royden he should have answered the phone. Royden basically implied he wouldn't serve on other counters. Mike explained we all work for Ballantynes and the expectation is that we all pitch in, especially when a phone is ringing. Royden got right up in Mike's face, saying he shouldn't have to work on other counters. Saying this, Mike feels he was agitated, aggressive and felt threatened. Mike continued with aggressive behaviour and then it got personal. Royden thinks Mike is rude and needs to change demeanour. Royden finished his conversation by telling Mike to please leave his counter. Mike walked away upset, frightened and is very nervous about returning to the area. June Dixon. Late in the day yesterday, Friday 15th, Royden was upset with the stock on the general counter, which was talking to his customers about what a mess it was. After his customer left, he began waving his arms around and sounding off about the mess around the end of the shop. June told him to lower his voice as he had become quite loud, agitated and angry, going on about the mess. She told him to go back to his counter. He did so but was absolutely wound up. This morning June describes his behaviour this morning about the ringing phone, again as angry, loud and totally out of proportion. Jill O'Brien wasn't here yesterday, but heard about Royden's inappropriate outburst from the day before. Was shocked at his aggressive behaviour on the shop floor this morning. She commented that she could tell he was agitated. But I don't know how she could tell if I was I was agitated if she wasn't here, wasn't at work. That's weird. Marisa Baitrick, who works at Clarins, or did, I don't know if she still does, Royden shouted at everyone in the area inappropriately loudly this morning. Customers around could hear. With regards to last night, sounding off about the mess, motioning with his hands indicating to move aside, erratically tossing goods into the customer bag. Owls Hewitt describes him as angry this morning, shouted out for Nita to answer the phone. He's been saying a few weird things over the week. He is over the top at the best of times, however last couple of days has been more so. Anita Tang, who is Chanel counter manager, describes feeling very uncomfortable after he shouted at her this morning. Anita Tang and Marisa Baitrick were standing by Revlon, which is just near Chanel. And the phone is ringing. I'm washing my hands at General. The store is not open. And I just sort of, come on people, wake up. Nita, answer the phone. And that's all I said. And I walked back to my counter to get it ready for opening. Sorry. And that was all. And about me erratically tossing goods into the customer's bag, that's incorrect. The customer actually needed to be somewhere. She wanted napkin rings. We raced to Homewares, got the napkin rings. We got all the lipstick holders that she wanted for gifts. Quickly got them all rung up into the bag and sorted, and she was gone. And she was happy because she needed that stuff and she needed to be somewhere, and she got there. At this time, General Cosmetics is a total mess. You can't even use the counter because it's covered. And there's boxes, and all I said was sort of, you know, it was a bit of a mess. I was embarrassed because the customer sort of said to me, you know, what's going on around here? I didn't mean to upset anyone. And with regards as to what I said to Mike, all I said to Mike was that I don't appreciate you coming over to my counter and attacking me by saying the girls are not very happy with you. I then said, and you know what? You as team leader is wrong. You're unapproachable, you're rude, you've never been kind to me, and I would like you to leave my counter now, please. Then I just carried on with work. I had my first break and came back, and everything was fine. I got a phone call to go downstairs to see Liz Mills, and she also had some other guy in there from menswear, and she basically said, you are leaving, you are not come on the premises, you are trespassed, we will send you a letter, you are to read it 3 times. She made that 3 times, and she got someone to go get my belongings out of the cupboard, and she walked me through dispatch, and Liz Mills just left me standing there and shut the door behind me. I was bawling. All my makeup had gone. I was just, what? And so I got a letter in the mail from Susan McCone, who is the HR lady. I wish to advise you of concerns that the company has in regards to your alleged aggressive and abusive behaviour on Thursday 15th and Friday 16th November 2012. Of particular concern is the way in which you spoke to both your colleagues and team leader. Behaviour of this kind is classed as disorderly conduct under our unacceptable behaviour policy and is also classed as serious misconduct. I have enclosed a copy of company policies regarding unacceptable behaviour and serious misconduct and misconduct. I have also enclosed a copy of statements taken from staff about the incidents. We wish to provide you with an opportunity to explain these incidents to us and have scheduled a meeting with myself and Maria O'Halloran for Tuesday at 11 a.m. in the Ladies' Shoe Reserve meeting room. If you arrive at Ladies' Shoes at 11 a.m, we will bring you through. You are encouraged to bring a support person or representative with you, as the meeting will be disciplinary in nature with possible serious consequences for your employment. After considering your explanation to the concerns raised above, a decision will be made regarding what, if any, disciplinary action is appropriate. This may range from a warning to the termination of your employment. So basically, they arranged my support person, who was a lady, a very kind lady, who worked in fashion. I met her in the tea rooms at 10:30, and we talked a little bit. We had a coffee, and then we went upstairs. Basically, I didn't really get a chance to do anything. I think the decision had already been made, and they terminated my employment. And I got sent this. In our meeting held today with Maria O'Halloran, Anne Robertson and myself, I am confirming that at the end of the meeting you are advised that your employment with us has been terminated effective immediately. Your final pay will be processed on Thursday, 22nd November. This is a direct result of aggressive and verbally abusive behaviours to staff in 2 incidents last week. The company views this as serious misconduct, and this has resulted in your employment being terminated. You are given an opportunity to seek representation and to give an explanation. We appreciate that you were honest with us and accepted that your behaviour was inappropriate. You advised that your actions are linked to stresses you are under and that you need to seek counselling and are happy to get counselling. In the meeting, we did advise that your behaviour had frightened staff members, given that you yourself had been quite open about your past police conviction for assault. I'm coming to our decision. We have taken into account that you intend to address your behaviour and seek help for it. However, the company feels that in the circumstances, staff don't feel safe alongside you, and that it has a legal obligation to provide a safe environment for all its employees. We wish you well, and we hope that you are able to find a way forwards. Yours faithfully. This is my way forwards by doing this, because that's what happened, and I honestly don't believe that I deserve to be fired. Maybe if I had had a warning before or something, then yeah. I was just so passionate about Estee Lauder, and I was sick of serving on everyone else's counters only to have them return the products and then put them in with themselves. You know, I worked so hard at Ballantynes and I loved it. So yeah, I'm moving on, and I'm going to get a job, and I'm just going to put myself out there now, because I can't live like this anymore. See ya.